3 years ago, I made a rather contentious video about the Wii, which, at the time of recording this, sits at 63 likes versus 86 dislikes, which, whew, what a shoot up, because last I checked that video, which was probably, I don't know, a few months ago, the like to dislike ratio was pretty neck and neck, with the likes just barely ahead of the dislikes, but I don't know, maybe that video was shared somewhere and then just sent a whole brigade of people disliking the video, but whatever. The bottom line is, a lot of people didn't like that video and still don't like that video to this day. And do I stand by that video? The answer is Does that mean I'm a fan of the console now? Not really. I'm not really big on the whole motion control thing that the Wii had going for it. I loved it as a kid. I used to play Wii Sports out the ass. I used to play a lot of games that utilized the motion controls out the ass, like the Mario Galaxy games, which those games are still amazing to this day. But the Wii itself, I'm not huge on it because it's really more of a gimmick console than anything. I mean, you have to remember, at the time, Nintendo was coming off the heels of the GameCube, which, as much as I love the GameCube, I'm currently collecting games for it. It was a flop. Nintendo really had to differentiate themselves from the rest of the pack, and the Wii was just that. A console with a really cool gimmick that appealed to more than the gamer crowd. I mean, fuck, grandparents had it, your aunts and uncles had it, your cousins had it, your fucking dentist office had it. It was all over the fucking place. The Wii was a huge success, which Nintendo really needed that because, again, they're coming off the heels of the GameCube, a console that was a flop and was Nintendo's biggest flop when it comes to home consoles, at least. I mean, I know the Virtual Boy exists, but we don't talk about that. Until the Wii U, which was a console that tanked even harder. But, anyways, I really ragged on the Wii for being a console that appealed more to the family crowd, the casuals, than, the actual gamers because Nintendo really emphasized playing with your families, kids playing with their parents with the Wii, and I really can't fault Nintendo for that because, again, they were coming off the heels of the GameCube. If you've seen some of the commercials for the GameCube, which I have, I've been on a GameCube marathon on YouTube because, again, I love the console so much and I'm currently collecting games for it. You can see that Nintendo really tried to be edgy and hardcore in those commercials and tried to appeal to the hardcore gamer crowd, but it backfired hard. I mean, the GameCube was a big flop, sold a little over 20 million units, so Nintendo saw, yeah, the gamers really aren't feeling us because we've made those games that they love so much in their childhoods, and our games primarily target everyone, which, yeah, most Nintendo games are E for everyone. But to a lot of people, aka idiots, E for everyone translates to kiddie games. Nintendo was seen as just nice childhood nostalgia, but a lot of people at the time just kind of moved on from them. They wanted to play on PlayStation or Xbox, actual consoles that actually appealed to the hardcore adult gamer crowd. And I mean, Nintendo trying to be all hardcore and trying to appeal to that crowd was kind of seen as a joke. People were like, really? The company that makes Mario now wants to be seen as edgy and badass? Oh, please. So you really can't blame Nintendo for like the better part of 10 years trying to appeal to the casual crowd because that's really all they had. The Wii was huge with families and people who would otherwise not give a rat's ass about video games. I mean, fuck, my cousin still owns her Wii. She doesn't really touch it anymore, but she was never a person that gave a shit about gaming. But she had a Wii. She had fun with it when she was a kid. And I have so many awesome memories of playing Mario Kart Wii with her, and I will forever cherish those memories. And those memories came directly from the Wii. The Wii succeeded in what it was trying to do: bring people together, have fun together, play games together, and overall just, generate happy memories for people. And I can't thank the Wii enough for that because I've had plenty of fond memories surrounding the Wii. Even though it's a console that I really don't care for anymore, it still holds a place in my heart. And even back then, I didn't really want to admit it, but it still held a place in my heart. I mean, I really wanted to deny that and say, no, the Wii sucked. It was a casual console. It had motion controls. It was a gimmick console. So that means the console was automatically bad. No, no. It's a console that I don't really have much interest in playing anymore, but it's not a console that I downright hate like I used to. It kind of sort of did fuck with Nintendo's image for a long time because, again, Nintendo was seen as the kiddie company that only appealed to families and little kids and, people like that. But Again, that's something I can't really fault Nintendo for after trying to appeal to actual gamers didn't really work out for them so well with the GameCube. And yes, I still like the Wii U more than the Wii. Sorry, I mean, I know it was Nintendo's biggest flop if you don't count the Virtual Boy, and it's not looked upon kindly these days, but I still like the Wii U. I mean, it had way less shovelware. The poor sales of the Wii U kind of worked in its favor in that regard, and I kind of did like the tablet thing it had going for it. I mean, I know the controller was kind of weird and bulky, but still, it was a more traditional controller than what the Wii had. And, that's a plus for me, because I'm not the biggest fan of its controller. But, yeah, those are my updated thoughts on the Wii. I'm not huge on the Wii still, but I don't outright hate it like I used to when I made that video, which, speaking of that video, good God, was it awful. I went on this weird anti-religious tirade for like a minute in the video because I mentioned I got the Wii as a present for my communion after party or whatever, which that was probably like one of 2 times I've ever been in a church, but yeah, anyways, that was weird, and I really should have mentioned it in a video about the fucking Wii, but I did that anyways because I was still in my edgy atheist phase. So that was probably a head-scratching moment to a lot of people who watched that video, and probably very off-putting to a lot of people who watched that video, which, I'm sorry about that, even though none of those people were even watching this video, more than likely, but yeah. With all that said, it is snowing like fucking crazy right now. We have 14 inches of snow outside, and it's only gonna keep piling up and up and up because it is still snowing like a motherfucker outside. And I'm the one that has to shovel all that. Very, very fun. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.